Well, I've just been in Congress a year and a half, and I'll tell you, just coming out of this appropriation cycle, I have secured, $30 million in special projects for Prince George's and Montgomery County, a gang task force jointly between Montgomery and Prince George's County, green business incubators each in Montgomery and Prince George's County. I championed an after-school supper program for kids who receive free and reduced lunch to make supper available for them. Maryland is one of only a dozen states where that's available. And I've been named vice chair of the Water Resources Committee and vice chair of our Aeronautics and Space Committee of the House of Representatives because I've demonstrated leadership time and time again. And I think without a doubt, nobody can say that this freshman didn't hit the ground running representing the people of the 4th Congressional District.
When last have you had a conversation with Glenn Ivey, and what was it about?
Actually, Glenn Ivey and I are having lunch, I think, next week sometime.
Ooh, that's a headline.
So there you go. And I look forward to meeting with him and hearing what his concerns are. But I will tell you this, that I have been working every single day for the people of the 4th Congressional District and for our country, focused on the job and the work at hand, because I'm committed to it and because I think so many of our communities are really challenged by foreclosures, something in which I've been a tremendous champion in the United States Congress, making sure that we get, language into our various bills that hold down, what credit card companies are doing in terms of interest rate charges and what the big banks are doing in terms of trying to mitigate foreclosures. So it's been a lot of work, and it's good work.
I just wondered, did Mr. Ivey ask for this lunch, or did you call him and say, we better talk?
No, I actually reached out to him and said, let's sit down and have a conversation. And I think that's really important. I mean, I haven't heard from, had not heard from him previously. And so I thought it was important to have a conversation. Look, I believe in democracy. I'm really committed to it. Anybody who wants to run can. I think it is important to make a legitimate argument, to make a case. And it can't just be about furthering political careers, because people in communities, especially in this environment, expect leadership to make a difference in their lives.
Furthering
and it's not about
careers.
politics. I'm one of those who, when the health care bill came around, I took it home and I read it, all 2,000 pages of it, and I knew it, and I digested it, and I tried to make changes that were constructive, because that's the kind of legislator that I am.
Is your re-election committee in place yet? Have you announced that, formally signed the papers for re-election?
No, I have not. We have been in Congress working from January until now on stabilizing this economy, getting people back to work, providing health care for them.
But you have to fund. Those are all the serious issues. I'm talking about politics, fundraising. You have to fundraise.
And I certainly plan to do that. I'm also one of those who actually believes that we need to change our system of campaign finance, because I do think that it's important for legislators to focus on the business of the people, but I understand what the environment is, and I'm going to do those things that it takes. Look, I keep saying I like my job, and I plan to keep it.
You read the entire, how many pages of the health care bill?
It was about 2,000 pages.
That was at that time. It's actually probably more than that.
Well,
now.
I read the House bill. I read every single page of it. I marked it up with my highlighter.
No wonder somebody's running against her. You're way too serious for this business.